my name is Mike, and welcome to the Backyard Machine Shop. Well, it's been a month or so since I shot a video. It's New Year's Eve. Got the rest of the week off, so plan on being out here most of that time. It's been a while since I shot a video. It's not that I hadn't been out here working, it's just that the stuff that I was working on, one, it was mostly woodwork, dusty, didn't want to get the cameras out for that, and I didn't really have time to set up the cameras, and you know, it was pretty hard. It was pretty much fast-paced work. So trying to get back in the swing of things, and what I'm going to do today is we're going to talk about milling vices and drilling vices. Now, I don't know a whole lot about them. I use Kurtz at work. We have, I don't know, 10 maybe on the machines we have. Most of the machines are set up with 3 Kurtz on each one on the CNC department, and then on my conventional mill I have a clone, 8-inch clone, and but anyway, I use Kurtz every day, and they're great vices, and probably, like everybody says, they're the best. But I've read a lot about the other vices and what people don't like about them and what they like about them and so on. And so I don't know a whole lot about them. I've used them. I've used everything from Chinese to, well, what I have on my table here. I mean, I have a pomegranate. It's an 8-inch with a monster set of jaws in it. When I first got it, I think these jaws were 1.5 inches thick. So I milled them down, ground them, put them back on, and I like this vise. The only problem is it probably weighs in excess of 100 pounds. So getting it on and off the machine is it's work. This is an Anthol made in I think Starrett bought out Anthol back in the 60s or something, or 50s. So this is an Anthol, I think it's a 1026. Yeah, 1026. 6-inch vise. Really nice condition. I mean, it's you know, it's probably from the 50s. And so, you know, it could use to clean up. This is a Hartman. It's more of I consider this more of a drilling vise. It's quick ratcheting action, you know, works good. Needs some jaws. This beater, I mean, it's beat up pretty bad. Need to make some jaws for it. And then I have a little lassie here, and this is a really nice vise. I guess it's maybe, let's see, it's 5 inches. I like using it on the drill press, you know. And I have 5 or 6 others around, but these are the ones I wanted to talk about. And mainly this Bridgeport here. I just picked this up here recently, and I pulled the jaws out. I'm planning on making some jaws for it. Really, there's nothing wrong with these except somebody got a little happy with the end mill and created a pocket on one side of it. But I want some square jaws. Like I said, I use a lot of Kurtz at work, and so I have stops made for the Kurtz for the I guess it's like 3/4 inch thick. Yeah. So I'm gonna make a set of jaws for this vise, and then they're gonna be square, not the taper like these have, and probably 3/4 inch thick, where I can use the stops that I've made and that I bought on all the vices. So the same thing with the Anthol. I'm going to make another set of jaws for the Anthol too, and I'm hoping to make videos of doing this. But what I'm primarily doing today is I'm going to take this Bridgeport completely apart, and then I'm going to try to do an inspection on it, and let's see how worn it is, and maybe I might even throw some paint on it. Not sure. But I'm going to clean it up and we're gonna do a little inspection on it. We're gonna set it up with some indicators, and we're gonna indicate the bottom here, just see how much wear has been in it over the years. And then we're gonna make a set of jaws, and we're gonna put this one back in service. And then I'll do the same thing with the Anthol, and then maybe one of the other ones. But to start with, we're gonna tear this Bridgeport down, and I think I got a good. I know how to set it up to where I can do a good inspection on it, and we're gonna go from there. So if you'll be patient and hold on, we'll go. Okay, I'm back. Got it all tore down. I took the base, I took it and cleaned it up somewhat. It's not perfectly clean, but I got it all the grease off of the machine surfaces. It took longer to take the jaws out than it did to take the rest of the machine, the rest of the vise apart. So basically, you have I'd call it a butt plate, 3 screws, comes off. Unscrew your screw, your movable jaw. It's held in with some nice little gibs. I haven't cleaned this up, so, but it's really well made. So far, so good. Again, took longer to take the jaws out than it did to take the whole vise apart. Alright, got you in for a little closer view. Looks really nice. A few holes, few surprises in here. These holes look like they were drilled on purpose for some reason. Couple tapped holes up top, I'm sure they used, and a tapped hole here. I'm sure this was all for stops. So holes in here though, they're surprises, and got a little carried away and went a little too far. Screw looks real well, looks real nice. It's in good shape. Jaws, like I said, got a little end-mill happiness there, and this one looks real well. So really, there's nothing wrong with these jaws. Like I said, I want jaws that I can use, the stops that I have made. So I'm gonna build a new set of jaws for it. So what I'm fixing to do now is I'm gonna take this over and I'm gonna set up some sandpaper, and I'm gonna kind of lap this bottom in, get it as flat as I can, and then we're gonna do some inspection on it and see how worn it is. All right, so give me a minute for that, and I'll get it set up. Alright guys, I brought it over to the joiner. Need a good flat surface. I think this will work. I can't find my adhesive spray. I think I threw it away. Anyway, I just got some 400 grit paper taped down, and just gonna lap in the bottom. It's starting to come in. All I'm trying to do is just get any high spots out, like burrs or anything. So we're not trying to lap it all the way in, but after this I'm going to go take and put it on a surface plate, and we're going to do a little inspection on it. Alright guys, here's how we're going to check it. I got a surface plate, got it mounted down to the mill table. noga holder, and a steric 10th indicator. And first thing I'm gonna do is I've checked this. It's pretty close. It's within thousandths or so. But it's like the surface plate or something. Once it gets outside this web, it gains about 1,000. So I'm gonna start right here on top of the web and show you what we got. Bring this back to 0. All right, we're at 0. All right, 0.
I can't get him out. The guy is jumped in. I didn't even make him do it. He did it by itself.
All right, so we're about 1/10 off from one side to the other. And so what we're going to do now is I'm going to mount I'm just going to set the vise up here and see if we can check it out. All right, guys, I had to go rescue a man out the bushes, out the rose bushes. I came away with a little injury. Okay. Let's see. Crank it back up a little bit. All right. It sounds like there's some grit underneath it. Take it back off. Okay. Now, I don't think I can get the 10th indicator up in here, so I'm going to use this 2-inch travel 1 thou indicator, and let's see how we can do with it. All right, I'm going to run it up back here in the back. All right, got it up to 0. Alright, so the plan is, so I'm going to bring it all the way up against this shoulder, against the front face here, and we're going to see how much it's out. And then we'll do the same thing back and forth around up here. This is where we want to see where the wear is at. If there's going to be any wear, it's going to be right in here. I'm setting this as 0 because this is probably the place that's got the least wear. So okay, so with it just sitting on the surface plate, from this point back here to this point up here, I got like 1.5 thousandths. So I'm going to go side to side, go all the way out to here, and we're still at the 1.5. And there we're at 2. So we got 1/2 thousandths across this way, and we'll set this back to 0. And we'll check this other side. Yep, messed that all up. Alright, let's go back. Come back to 0. Alright, we're going to check this compared to the fat can. Alright, we got 1/1000th. So we had like 1.5 here, 1/1000 here, and then 1/2 thousandth across there. So basically it's all telling the truth. So there's hardly any wear at all on this vise. So it seems like it's a good candidate for a restoration. So let's see, we'll go across back here. Let's see what it is back here. Well, guess what? We're 1/2 thousandth across back there too. So we're probably not sitting quite. So if you ask me, it looks good. Yeah, it's right there. You remember we had 1/2 thousandths or so in the surface plate, so looks like a good vise to me. So we're gonna take this thing and we're gonna fix it up and we're gonna use it. So, and then after I get it together, I want to do a comparison with this and a Kurt. I don't own a Kurt, so I'm gonna have to do the Kurt at work and just kind of compare them. So I think I'm going to take it apart and paint it, or take it and clean it up and paint it and make some jaws and then we'll use this thing. So I'm gonna end this video right here for part 1, and part 2 will probably be making the jaws, and we'll see what we can do from there. So thanks for watching. Remember, hit the subscribe button, the like button. Till later from the Backyard Machine Shop.